Hi, I'm John and I'm here with another Vola video for you. Today we're going to get into a little race administration and we are going to create a race file. So, assuming you've already installed the software and gotten your Vola board running, if not, check out one of those videos. But we're going to go straight to our event files. We're going to say open, but we don't have anything that is ready for us, so we're going to create a new one. We're going to click on one of the blank lines, double click, or you can say OK, and it's going to ask if you want to create it. We do. First thing it brings up is a little bit about the event type, whether it's FIS or USSA. You can change FIS categories if you want. Also, if it's one of these other disciplines and what event. So let's just call this a USSA slalom, and it's going to be a 2-run race without any intermediates. Our timing precision, this is for the displayed precisions, so what's showing up on the screens and live timing, things like that. Timing always happens to maximum precision in the software, so don't worry about that. Anyway, 2 runs, and we're going to do the total of runs. If we wanted to, there are no parameters available for this type of event. You could load this if you had something saved, but we just created it, so all good. Okay. Next thing it's going to bring up is general parameters, where we can put the race title, RMD, age, class, slalom. And we can make this, put some notes in there. Maybe we want this to be our registration file, or we want it to be women. But you'll see how this will show up later. Helps you to find things. Location and division. State and timing service provider. We will be using the USA ALP official categories. You can make custom categories, or you could have masters categories. And with all these categories, we're going to go in here and type in our USSA code. This is a non-scored race, race without points. And list number, this is list number 8 we're working on right now. Okay. So we've already loaded our event type. We have already worked with our general parameters. You can go back and change stuff anytime. Now let's take a look at our header. Oh my God, all this header information. Let's see. Now, a cute little button that will bring up a list of peoples is the F1 key. On this particular keyboard, I need to hit function before F1, but function F1 does bring it up. And let's just say that we're going to fill this in with some peoples. So Darlene Nolting is going to be our technical delegate. We don't have a assistant TD, and let's see, we can plug in our chief of race. Looks like our preferred chief of race isn't current. Let's see, how about this one? Yes, Justin Chandler. He's our chief of race. Don't have a referee yet, but we do have some race administration going. So I'm just going to plug myself in here for data management as I am managing this data. Course. We can dig our course out of our downloaded courses. And for Telluride, it's going to be the slalom over here on Milk Run. We'll use this one. It'll load in the vertical, but we can't ski this much vertical for these little kids. We're moving the start down to 100 meters, so it's going to be 30:03. Conditions, forerunners, course setter, all that stuff can be loaded in here. And again, you can always bring up that lookup by the F1 and double clicking or hitting F1 after that. We'll put them into those boxes. Also important to know is there is a second run screen here. And even if you put the homologation in on the first run and some of the other information, it's not assuming that you're going to run that same one for the second run, so you got to put it in there. It does hold on to most of the other information up there, so if that all is the same. You can also load and you can also save this information, and you can copy things like forerunners. So that is our race header. You'll find yourself coming back to this page a lot to keep filling things in as you learn them. Printing parameters. Once you get this set up, it's usually kind of really not much to do. Here you can change your fonts and your sizes and whether or not things are showing up in printing or not. These checkboxes will either include or not include those titles, and whether or not you have grade rows, tables, what the grade level is. You can change all this stuff. And you can also add logos if you wanted to add some logos, which is kind of nice. One tip is store your logos in your Ski Out Pro. I make a folder called graphics, put them all in here. And that way, when race files are transferred around, if your timer, if they create the same folder and put the same thing in there, it will show up. You can move your logos around, resize them by doing regular logo kind of stuff, holding down the shift key so you don't change proportion. And you can put that there. So now we got logos. And that's file has been created. Another thing you might want to do before you start putting people in is have a look at your competitor fields. Here you've got a whole lot of different competitor fields that can be shown or not shown. Some things are locked. You can't not show bib or last name or name. Those are locked. But other things you can choose to show or not. We will show ID, gender, yes, year, yes, category, yes. Nation is not included for this USSA race, but you could if you wanted to. Region, we're not worried about that. We will keep club in there. If you wanted to, you might have team in there too. Class is different than category, but category handles what we need here, U10s, U12s. From list, date, all of your points fields, and some additional fields are available. A lot of times we use some additional fields. And while these are additional points fields, they can all be renamed. Miscellaneous fields, often use these for things like whether they're registered for, maybe it's day one, maybe you put their, you might put the event code in there, but you might just call this day one and day two and keep track of a little registration information there. And a lot of these other fields we're not using, so we don't have to have them. So that handles your competitor fields. Competitor fields can be moved around. So if something like maybe your registration fields, this day one, day two, maybe these these guys are important to you. Maybe we'll move these in closer so fields can be moved around. And for RAs, whether they're racing day 1, day 2, maybe that's going to be important information. Also, at least in this division, another important one that I forgot to add, let's just go ahead and put it in here. An additional competitor field I want from them are miscellaneous. And we're going to say, call this one waiver. Because I get to have the oh so good job of managing whether or not people have signed the waivers or not. And we're going to put that one up front too. So that creates our race file. And our next thing we're going to do in our next video is put some peoples in. So hopefully that was a little bit helpful for you, and we'll catch you on the next one.